Hi guys, welcome to my channel again. So on today's tutorial we're learning how to draft an asymmetric over bust corset with a sided bra cup. So first things first, your pattern should be on a fold. Fold your paper because we're using both sides of the paper. After getting your pattern paper on the fold, you're going to draw your shoulder line. After drawing your shoulder line, you're going to take your neckline measurement. I'm using the usual neck measurement, which is 3 by 3. So when you're done with your neck measurement, we are going to measure the shoulder measurement. You take your shoulder measurement, I'm using 7. Then you go down by 1 inch. That's to get the shoulder slope. After doing that, we'll draw a straight line connecting the neck to the shoulder slope. So when you're done with that, we're going to take the armhole measurement. The armhole measurement I'm using is 7.5. And we all know how to get the armhole measurement. So I'm just going to connect from the slanted shoulder to the chest line. After doing that, I'm going to take the other measurement, which is the bust point measurement, the under bust measurement, the half length or waist length measurement, then the full length of the blouse, which is 21 inch. So after doing that, I'm just going to draw a straight line across those points, a straight horizontal line across those points. Then I label. On my under bust line, I wrote it as bust point. So I made a mistake. I just have to go back to confirm. So I didn't draw a line across my bust point. So that was why I labeled it bust point. So I'm just going to draw a line across the correct point. I label it bust point. Then the other line is supposed to be my under bust, then half length, then the blouse length. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to take the nipple to nipple measurement. Your nipple to nipple measurement, also known as your dart measurement. So I'm using 4 inch. After measuring 4 inch on all the lines, I'm just going to draw a straight line across those points. So when I'm done with that, on the half length, I'm going to take out half inch on both sides. Then I draw a line connecting to the bust point line. Then from the half length also, I'll draw a line connecting to the blouse length. When I'm done with that, I go to the shoulder and measure my shoulder, divide it into 2. When you divide into 2, you connect the point to your bust point line. Your bust point line, you're going to measure 1 inch downward or 1.5, depending on your measurement. Now, this 1 inch, I got it from the half length. Your half length at the front is different from the half length at the back. So you measure your half length at the front minus the half length at the back. Whatever you have, that's how I got this 1 inch. So after doing that, I want to get the armhole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure my bust measurement plus the seam allowance on my chest line and my bust point line. Then I'll divide my armhole into 2, go in by 0.5 and make a curve down to those points I marked on the chest and the bust point line. After doing that, I'm just going to impute the other measurements. For the half length, it will be your half length measurement divided by 4 plus the dart allowance we took out there, that is 1 inch, plus your seam allowance on the half length. While for the blouse length, it will be your hip measurement plus your seam allowance. So you're just going to use your curve to connect the lines together. So after doing this, you open your pattern paper and replicate whatever you have on this side on the other side. You know from the beginning, our pattern paper was on a fold. So replicate what you have here on the other side because we need the full pattern to be able to draft out this. So after doing that, you can see I've replicated what I have there on the other side. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to tighten the underbust. On my left side, I took out 1 inch, while on the other side, I took out 0.5 inch. On my left side, I took out 1, then on the other side, I took out 0.5. Then for the shoulder, for us to get the shoulder dart, you have to get your neckline. So that's what I'm trying to do. My neckline was high because I don't want my balls to be exposed. But I advise you to lower your neckline because it will make your bra cup to be, you have to use like a bigger bra cup. So after doing that, on that neckline, you measure 1/2 inch on both sides. Then you connect from there to your bust point, and from that line to the shoulder. So in this, we're trying to get the shoulder dart. So after doing that, whatever you did, you're just going to replicate it on the other side. When we are done with that, we're going to open the side dart. As we open the side dart, we're also going to cut open the shoulder dart. This is because we want to close the side dart, so we need to open both sides so that you can easily close the side dart. So you can see, close the side dart. Now when you close your side dart, your measurement might shift a little. Your lines will not be connected like before. So what you're going to do, you're just going to connect the lines with your meter rule. After connecting the lines with your meter rule, then you go to the middle of your paper. From the middle of your paper, you measure how deep you want your bust to be exposed from the middle. So after measuring, you're just going to connect it with a curve down to the chest line. Then you bring your bra cup and place it on your underbust line. Now the bra cup I'm using was my actual bra cup, but because my neckline was too high, so it was a bit bigger, so I just had to connect it with my hand and the rule. So I advise you, when you're taking the neckline, don't make it too high so your bra cup can fit. So after connecting with my rule, tracing out the lines, the next thing is you're just going to connect from your armhole down to that bra cup. From your armhole down to the bra cup, so everything will be connected. When you're done with that, you go to the other side of your pattern paper, cut open your side dart, and also cut open your shoulder dart. When you're done with that, we're going to close the side dart. After closing the side dart, we're going to open the dart from the blouse length up to the bust point. This is because we want to close the shoulder dart in order to get the edge, the sharp edge of the over bust corset. So we'll do that to close our shoulder dart. Then you're going to measure how high you want your overbust corset to be. The side you're using for the overbust corset, how high you want it to be. I'm using 5. Like I said from the beginning, all my measurements were very high. I didn't want my bust to be exposed. So you're just going to connect from that point down to the bra cup, that's on the underbust, before the underbust line. You connect from that point down to your bra cup for the underbust line, and the other side you connect it to your armhole. So I'm just going to curve in on my bust point so that I don't have a sharp edge when I'm joining my fabric together. I'm going to curve in. I want to make my blouse to be a little bit curved at the base. I don't want it to be straight, so I'll go in by 2 inch. I'll do it on both sides, then I'm just going to connect it to my dart line in order to have a curve on the base. So we're through with that, and you just cut out your pattern. So it's quite easy to draft a symmetric over bust corset. So I'm just going to cut out my pattern. So I'm done cutting out the pattern. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to label them and also indicate where I'm to join each part with an arrow. Like you can see on the bra cup, I'm indicating how I'm going to join them. Then I'm labeling my pattern. So you can use any label you want. Like I'm using right side front, center front, left side front. So whichever way you want to label your pattern is okay, but also indicate an arrow on where each pattern is going to join. So for the back piece, first we are going to draw the zip allowance. I'm using a zip for this dress, but if you don't want to use a zip, you can use a corset. So when using a corset, you don't need zip allowance. Next, we go to the neckline. I'm measuring 3 by 1.5. That means the wideness of the neck is 3, while the depth I'm using 1.5. This is the back piece, and the back neck is not always deep. So after that, we're going to take the shoulder measurement. Shoulder measurement is 7, just like what we did at the front. Then the depth, you go down by 0.5 or 0.75. Then you measure your chest line from there. After measuring the chest line, you draw a horizontal line. Then you connect from the shoulder slope down to the chest line. When we're done with that, we take the other horizontal measurement, that is the bust point, which is 10, the half length, 15, then full length of the blouse, which is 21. So after doing that, we're just going to draw an horizontal line passing across those points. Then next we take our nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4, just like we did at the front. So you're going to measure 4 on all the lines, then you draw a straight line passing across those points. So when you're done with that, on the half length, we're going to measure ½ inch on both sides of the line. So we're trying to take out the dart at the back. So we're going to measure ½ inch on both sides of the half length line. Then we connect to the bust point and down to the blouse length. So when we're done with that, we're going to impute the body measurement, the actual body measurement, which is going to be your body measurement divided by 4. Plus your seam allowance, but on the half length it will be body measurement divided by 4 plus the 1 inch that you took out plus the seam allowance. So when we're done with all of that, we're just going to connect the lines together. On the blouse length, it will be your hip measurement divided by 4 plus seam allowance. Then you're going to connect from your half length down to the full length of the blouse. After doing that, you divide your armhole into 2. You get the midpoint, then you just make a curve from there down to the chest line. So when you're done with that, you're going to measure how deep you want your back to be. So if you want it deeper than your chest line, you go down. If you want it on your chest line, if you want it above your chest line, you follow the measurement. But me, I'm using at my exact chest line. So I'm just going to make a curve for my chest line because I don't want the back to be straight. I want it to be curved, so I'm just going to make a curve. Then on the blouse length, I'll go up by 2 inch, like what I did at the front. Make a curve from the dart to the edge. Then on the back, I want it to have a yoke. So for the yoke, I'm going to go down from the neck. I'll go down by 1 inch. You can go down by 1 or 1.5. Go down by 1 inch. Then I just make a curve from the neck. To stop at the bust point line, or it will stop at the dart line. So on the zip allowance, on your half length, you go in by 0.5. This is because if you leave it straight, when imputing your zip will have kind of like a lumpy side, to be like a gallop, let me put it that way. So you have to go in by 0.5 so that it will be well fitted on your body. So I'm done with that. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to use a marker to trace out all the lines. So after tracing out all the lines, I'm just going to cut out my pattern. So while you cut out your pattern, also label. So this is how you draft a symmetric overbust corset with a one-sided bra cup. So if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe, okay? Please don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.